All right, welcome in, everyone. If you have a question, go ahead and raise your hand. Chase, you can go ahead and get started.
Scott, just what was so different tonight from 2 days ago against the same team?
Well, we didn't have a good start. They were physical. They were dictating the game on both ends. We weren't. The physicality wasn't there to start the game, and you don't do that after you just beat a team. This is what the result's going to be. The halftime score is going to be that. We didn't come out with the right frame of mind to compete against a team that's fighting for their life as well.
And we've seen teams try everything against Brad, and lately he still scores. What did they do tonight to limit him for basically the first time that anyone has done in a long time?
Well, we didn't make shots as a team, so they were loaded up. They had 4 guys in the paint. When we don't make shots, that's what teams are going to do. That's what teams should do. He didn't see a lot of good looks, and then he missed some of the looks that he makes. He had an off night. And one thing about Brad, I've coached him now for 5 years. He's one of the best I've had. His bounce back ability, and I expect him to come back and have the game that I know he's capable of having. He just had a bad night. He had an off night. But like I said, his bounce back ability is one of the best I've seen. And he's so consistent. Very rarely does he even have a bad game.
Fred.
Scott, do you see you guys defending worse when you're not making shots?
Yeah, no, that was definitely the case tonight. We couldn't stop the basketball. It was we were chasing the ball all the way around, and we gave up 40 points in that first quarter, and in the second quarter, not just a little bit better. Then in the third quarter, they came out and hit about, I think, 4 or 5 threes. It's we know we have to make shots. We haven't figured that out. When we don't make shots, that you still got to play on that other end of the floor. They came out. You could tell they came out with like a team that just got beat the night before by the same team, and we knew that obviously, but we didn't come in with that mindset that this is going to be a fight, and we didn't step up to that challenge to join the fight in that first quarter.
Tim.
Scott, to that point, how much did you harp on that in the last 48 hours? That I'm sure you knew what you were getting into tonight. How much did you guys talk about that?
Yeah, we talked about it. You know, we knew they were going to come out. This is a very prideful team, and we beat them. We beat them with the physicality and some toughness, and we made them miss a lot of shots in that second half of last game. We didn't do that. We didn't have practice yesterday. It was optional. I think we had 12 guys show up. But yeah, we knew what they were going to do. It's what they do, and their record is not as good as they want it to be as well. And we didn't come out with that. We didn't come out with the right mind frame in that first quarter and also the first half.
Thank you.
Ava.
Scott, you've talked about so much about how Russ's intensity and Brad's leadership have really helped you guys this season. Where is that breakdown happening that you're seeing where the strong starts aren't coming when you need them to? Is that seems to be like you're saying it's kind of an attitude or a mentality thing. So where's the kind of breakdown there?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely we need some. I mean, I'm not making an excuse. It's factual. We need some games together and some consistency. And you know, Russell, he missed last game, but he came back today, and guys are coming back in. We're gonna get in a nice rhythm. I believe in this group of guys. I know we are a better team than what we did tonight. But our record is what our record is. We can't change that, but I know we can change how we play each night. And tonight wasn't one of our better showings in that first half. That we came out in the second half much better, and then they hit some shots, and then we just couldn't find a rhythm offensively. It's we gotta our shooters have to make shots and to open things up for our better players, and and that's just how it is. And we're gonna have to improve on that areas. And when we don't make shots, we still got to defend.
When your other guys on the floor are seeing Brad's shots not going in or not seeing him get good looks, how do you feel like it affected their confidence tonight, or their something, not just with their physical shooting, you know?
Yeah, I mean, we feed off of Brad. I do. Russell, everybody does. He's elite. He's one of the best players in the league. And when our young players see that, they know that we got to step up, and they want to. We got some good guys that want to do the right things. But tonight was a night in that first quarter, in that first half, we were closing out short. We were giving them opportunities to make shot, and instead of forcing them to try to miss a shot. And they did a good job on Brad. I mean, I don't even know what our 3-point field goal percentage was in the first half, like 3 for 1,000. It didn't seem like we made many of them. And when you don't do that, they're gonna clog the lane, and they're gonna really compact it and make Brad see a bunch of elbows and boxes are going to be loaded. And well, we still got to do a better job defending. This team tonight is a good team that we beat them last game, but we knew that they were going to come in and play with more physicality, and we didn't match up to it.
Neil.
Hey, Scott, what kind of plays do you guys have in your offensive playbook to try and get Brad more open looks that way, that where teams can't send doubles and triples at him? Are those things that exist, or is it just if defenses want to throw all the bodies at them, then that's something they're able to do?
Yeah, they're going to throw bodies at them. That's what teams do. We have to make some threes, and we're normally a pretty good offensive team. Tonight wasn't the case. Brad's efficient. He averages 35. I mean, he's getting great looks. Some nights are better than others, and he's a special player. He can make tough shots, and tonight wasn't his night. He missed some shots that he would make, but we still that had nothing to do. That had nothing to do with this loss. This loss had all to do with we didn't come out with that physicality that we knew we had to come out with the team that we just beat. It's like a playoff series. That game you win, next game you got to step up. You can't rest and relax and enjoy the win and get happy with that win. And I think we did that tonight.
Chase, do you have another?
Yeah, one more. We saw Davis Bertans make those 2 threes in the first half, but he only played 16 minutes. Why'd you go away from him today?
Yeah, I mean, we were down big. I just want to give the other guys a chance, and he's going to have to come back and be ready to play Sunday. It's just, his beat up a little bit, so just gave him the second half rest, and we were down a big number, and he has to come back Sunday and be ready to play.
Brad, do you have one more?
No, I'm good, Matt. Thanks.
All right, that's it.
I appreciate it.
Thanks, Coach.
Hello, Alex. I would like to ask you, what didn't work tonight for your team, and how big is the motivation to bounce back after that tough loss?
Yeah, we kind of came in a little flat-footed. Defensively wasn't playing as hard as the first game, and I mean, you see the result. We just got to come out, more with a sense of urgency, play a little bit harder.
Ava?
Alex, Brad so rarely has an off night like he did tonight. What effect does it have on the team when the leading scorer, when shots just aren't falling for him?
Yeah, but you got to give credit to the Miami. They did a great job. They double teamed him. They took the ball out of his hands, and they did a great job. So you got to give credit to them. But I mean, it's hard when our best player, because we rely on him so much to score. So I mean, we just got to do a better job when he get off the ball, make easy plays, and figure it out on the weak side what to do with the ball.
And when you guys start a second half off like you did, where you're trailing 28 points or something like that, what's the mentality of you guys? Are you trying to break things down and say, if we can just narrow the lead by 5 points at a time or get buckets? How do you kind of break that down in your mind?
Yeah, exactly. We were just talking about, cut it to 15, cut it to 15, cut it to 10. Just trying to do small, like 3-4 minutes. Just don't look at the score. Just play our game, play hard, play harder than them, man. I I mean, we was trying. We cut the lead, I think, to 15 or no, it was 20, I think, something like that. But we just couldn't get over that hump.
Chase.
Hey, Alex, you guys are 2-2 in your last 4 games, but the highs have been really high and the lows really low. After all you went through, you feel like you guys are close to stabilizing and finding some consistency? Or I guess what do you need to do to find consistency?
I think it's on the defensive end of the floor. We just got to figure out how to play defense consistently for as many, for as long as stretch as we can. Either, not 48 minutes, at least, 40 minutes, 35 minutes, and then those best stretches make him not as bad as, as in the past, and just continue to play hard. And I mean, 2-2 in the last 4 games is not that bad. We had so many guys out with COVID, and some guys coming back trying to get in shape. So we're still pretty good. We still feel good about ourselves.
Fred.
Hey, Alex. What have these first couple weeks been like for you in terms of just kind of fluctuating in playing time and also kind of learning a new team, new teammates, new system, all that?
I'm just thankful and happy to be back playing. I just got cut a couple weeks ago, so I'm just looking at it as a great opportunity and just trying to take one day at a time and just be thankful and come back every day and just work hard.
Neil.
Hey, Alex, building off of that a little bit, what would you say is your familiarity level with the team now? Would you say it's pretty much all the way there, or do you still think that, as there are a few more games for you to get fully comfortable?
I feel pretty comfortable, with every game, and just try to figure out what Ross likes to do, what Bradley, it's easy to play with Brad because, you like to come up wide pin downs. You just got to get him open for a shot. And Ross like to more, wide open spacing. So you're trying to just don't set as many ball screens. Just be flat on baseline and just let him create and just be ready to catch and finish.
And you obviously have some familiarity with Coach Atkins and Ryan. How have they been able to, help accelerate the transition process?
Yeah, they made it a lot easier. I just kind of feel like back in Maryland days. Just coming in early, getting some work in the mornings, just staying after the game, sometimes get some extra shots. So they definitely make it easier for me.
Ava.
Yeah, Alex, does it make a difference for you as someone trying to kind of figure out your way, learn the team, when the Wizards are relatively young? They've got a couple starters who are kind of still figuring out and developing, and rotations are kind of switching game by game. Does that affect you at all, or are you just kind of like, no, I've got to focus on my individual job?
I'm coming in trying to make, when I'm on the court, I'm just focused on winning, and whatever I can help the team, whatever I can do to help the team win. That's my whole mentality. I don't think about myself, and just come in and work hard and try to get some wins.
All right, Alex, I think that's it.
All right, guys, have a good night.
Appreciate you. Go ahead and raise your hand if you got a question. Fred, go ahead.
Yeah, Brad, I guess just simply enough, what do you deem the reason for your shooting struggles tonight?
I'm human. First, praise my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. But Fred, I think you've been watching the last 17, 18 I've played. And every human being is due for a bad one. Bad day. Sure, you've had a bad day out of the 365 you've had this year, right? There we go. Just happens, though. A lot of tough shots. They made it tough. They double, triple teamed a lot. A lot of shots I had, I didn't love them. They did a good job. They did a really good job defending. I've never been over in a half, though. That's good.
Chase.
Brad, collectively for the team, what was the difference between 2 days ago and today against the same Heat team?
Oh, it was just a lack of energy for whatever reason. We didn't come out with the same like drive that we had last game. Like everybody was, on the same page, attentive to detail, new personnel. Tonight we let them bomb threes away like they're not good at shooting threes. couldn't defend. On offense, it was very stagnant. Not a lot of passing, moving the ball. So it's just kind of the complete opposite of the other night. And I keep saying it after every game. It's just consistency. We got to be more consistent. Granted, I put a lot of that on my shoulders for not doing a damn thing tonight on the offensive end. But we don't just lose games offensively. We can't guard, for whatever reason. We've given three-point shooters open shots. We let Bam come out. He was very energetic in the get-go. But, their guys, they had even scoring all around, 15, 19, 20. Like guys, like 5 or 6 guys have those type of numbers. So, if we're not going to be able to stop the role players, then, we won't win.
These last 4 games, you guys are 2-2, but the highs have been really high and the lows have been really low. How do you evaluate these last few days as you guys try to stabilize your season?
I've said it time and time again, being consistent, never getting too high, never getting too low, staying even keel. We haven't done anything yet. We won 1 game. There's no need to be, celebratory about that. We got to get back to work and be more consistent and get it done again. That's what good teams do. So we know we're not there yet. We got to be better. Yeah, we're 2-2 the last few. It's a solid road trip, but we gotta be better. We got to be more consistent and understand we're not a team that's what are we 5-14 now? Or 14. We're not 14-5. So we gotta play with more of a sense of urgency, sense of IQ and focus.
Ava.
Brad, when you made your 3, it looked like you turned around and like smiled or laughed or something. At that point for you, is it just like, is it relief? Are you just like, oh my God, I got one finally? Like what was that emotion?
I wasn't discouraged. I wasn't mad. I wasn't upset. It was just honestly a matter of time of when I would have one of these games. Like it was just, you're not, for you guys to come out and think I'm going to hit 50 every night. You're like, come on, man, let's be real. Like, let's be real, So it's, for me, it was just, to see one go in as a score, that's all you need. That's all you need to see is one go down. And so I knew it wasn't me. So I either blame the ball, the rim, or something, but it wasn't me tonight.
Because it was such a rare off night, do your teammates, does Scott say anything to you after? Or do they not even have to worry because it's just, they know it's such an outlier?
I'm always like, you might call me weird, but I hate encouragement. Like, I hate when guys go, oh, come on, B. Oh, you got to be. It's like, because I know. I know that. And nobody puts more pressure or critiques themselves more than I do. But at the same time, it's like, I know what I got to do. It happened. I had a bad night. Nobody has to, like, pump me up to be ready for Sunday. That'll never have to happen. Like, I'm a true pro. I'll be ready. I'll be ready for sure.
Neil.
Hey, Brad, in your assessment, what was Miami doing to make you feel like they weren't the greatest shots that you were taking, or how much of it was just wasn't your night?
It was a little bit of both. I credit them because I'll never take away from what they did. Just like every other game, they made it hard for me to catch. They only switched with Bam. Everybody else was a double team until I picked the ball up and got rid of the ball. Jimmy was the main matchup. He's a good defender. So really it was, granted a lot of shots felt good. They came up short. But a lot of them were like indecisive kind of. And like just, I remember I think I had like 2 threes and it was like guys were just standing. So I just shot it. So it was like, we got to get out of those type shots and out of that type of rhythm on offense. And get body movement, ball movement, to get guys side to side to be able to give me some advantages. So that's pretty much all it was. And then, the ball just didn't fall in.
All right, we're going to wrap up with Christos here.
Hello, Bradley. I'd like to ask you, what did you learn from tonight's game and how important is to bring the right mindset from the first minute of the game? And also about you, how motivated you are about the next game with your performance tonight?
I'm always motivated, no matter if I have a good game or bad game. I was just about to knock. I'm not getting too high, not getting too low. Obviously everybody's gonna make a big deal out of the game that I had tonight, but it's so funny to me. Nobody was making a big deal out of the games I was having before then until the whole world started taking notice. So I mean, I don't get too high, I don't get too low. I don't pay attention to what people have to say. I know my game. I know what I'm capable of, and I know I'll be ready. We'll all be ready next game. That's on me to get everybody ready and focused and making sure that we come out more aggressive and off to a better start. We got off to a real slow start. We were down. I think we gave up 40 points in the quarter, 30 in the first, 30 or 40 in the first, and we can't do that. It's really tough to win games like that. Then when I know I'm a lot of the offense, and if I don't have it going, then we're going to be struggling a little bit. That was obvious tonight. So, I just got to be more locked in, be better, and knock down some shots.
Thank you very much.
All right, Brad. Appreciate you.
Yep.